I'm looking back at text messages thinking, I'm feeling guilty.
Very loving person, always smiling, give you the shirt.
An Akron woman who's been missing now for more than a month.
Sometimes a house isn't just a house. Sometimes something else is alive inside it. Something that doesn't rot from the walls, but from the people living in it. And in today's story, that rotting wasn't a person. It was an 18-year-old secret buried beneath a family's feet. A secret that silently consumed a kind woman's life and forced her own family to dig up their backyard just to bring the truth back to the surface. That morning on Crow Street felt strange. The sky was gray, the air was heavy, and even the leaves on the trees seemed to shiver, almost as if they wanted to say something. But the real storm, the storm of truth, was just beginning. The forensic team opened their kits. Canvas bags unzipped, brushes, steel tools, and sample jars laid out. And right behind the house, near the small circular fire pit, they began clearing the ground inch by inch. Every grain of dust, every layer of ash, was like peeling back a layer of pain. And then, we found something. 3 simple words. No screams, no chaos, just a whisper. But that whisper changed everything. Ash was scraped away, burnt stones were removed, and the wet, dark soil beneath slowly changed color. Then emerged a piece of cloth, burned but recognizable. Then a bone. And after that, not a face, but a story that refused to stay buried. The Summit County Medical Examiner confirmed the remains belonged to Martha Robin Freetag. Robin. The world froze, but the nightmare was just beginning. Robin was last seen alive on July 31st, 2018. After that, her phone dead, messages silent, voice gone. And when investigators reconstructed the timeline, one name appeared again and again: David Callahan, her boyfriend, or maybe the biggest shadow of her life. 52 years old, long criminal record, addicted, unstable, and financially dependent on Robin. She kept him in the house because she cared, because she thought he might change. But the truth was darker. Robin forgave him every time he hurt her. Why? Because her heart was huge, but the world was crueler. There were only 2 people in the house that night: Robin and David. No physical struggle was found inside the house. No broken furniture, no blood, nothing. And that, ironically, was the biggest red flag. When someone disappears suddenly and the house looks too clean, it means only one thing: someone cleaned the truth. The medical examiner's report confirmed Robin died from blunt force trauma. Someone struck her head violently, repeatedly. This wasn't an accident. This was rage, a decision, a killing. You might wonder, how did her body stay hidden for so long, even though police visited the home 5 times? Because David didn't just dig a hole. He built a grave disguised as a fire pit. Ash on top, rocks below it, then wet soil, then Robin. He burned her belongings at the same spot where Robin used to watch her grandson play. He burned her toys, her books, her Bible. But one word survived the fire, the one that finally exposed the truth: Jehovah. Holy to Robin, meaningless to David, but a scream to everyone who found it. The worst part? The police didn't find her. Her family did. Her daughter, sisters, cousins. It was their hands that uncovered her from the soil. There is no pain in the world worse than digging up your own mother, but sometimes truth comes out this way: quiet, slow, and unbearably painful. The backyard was silent, but not the silent kind that feels peaceful. This was the kind of silence that feels like it's watching you. Officers stepped back. The family was told to stay inside, but nobody listened. Because when a truth is buried for 6 years, your heart stops caring about police tape. 2 days later, the medical examiner released the first report. The room went still. Robin didn't die naturally. She didn't disappear on her own. She was killed. Someone struck her head, hard and more than once. And the blow wasn't from a fall, not from an object lying around. It was intentional, violent, personal, a killing fueled by anger. And then came the line that made Robin's daughter almost collapse. Time of death, August 1st, 2018. That was the morning David told everyone. She left early. I don't know where she went. I think she ran off. She'll be back. He said those words while her body was already in the ground, right behind the house. David Callahan, the kind of man who could look calm while the world was burning behind his back. He had a history: drugs, violence, manipulation, and a pattern of using women until they were drained emotionally and financially. But Robin was different. She believed people could change. She believed kindness could fix pain. And that belief is what destroyed her. Friends told police countless times he abused her, he controlled her, he scared her, he lived in her house for free, he'd explode over the smallest things. But belief is louder than warning signs, and Robin believed he wouldn't hurt her. Not like that. Not forever. After Robin disappeared, David told stories, so many stories that he couldn't keep track of them. She left with a friend. She needed a break. She doesn't want to talk to anyone. She's with her church people. She's traveling. Every text the family sent, left on read. Every call, ignored. Every lie, practiced. For 6 long years. And the reason police didn't push harder? Because David kept saying the magic words, "She's an adult. She left on her own." These words buy time, and time is exactly what he needed to let the ground settle on his secret. When the family first saw the fire pit, they didn't think much of it. Robin loved sitting there. She'd roast marshmallows with her grandson. She'd read there in the evenings. It was her safe place. And that's what makes this next part so cruel. Inside the ash, charred pieces of books were found. Her Bible, her favorite novel, her journal, all burned. But one piece survived the flames, a shredded scrap with a single word, Jehovah. And that one word reopened wounds the family thought were healing. Because Robin wasn't just religious, her faith was her anchor. To burn that word meant one thing. This wasn't just a killing. This was an erasure, an attempt to wipe her existence. The police had been on that property 5 separate times. 5. But none of those visits found Robin. It took her daughters, her family, her hands to dig through ash, dirt, and bone to bring her back. And when they finally reached the remains, they didn't scream. They didn't fall apart. They touched the dirt gently, as if trying to apologize for arriving too late. Because no daughter should ever find her mother this way.